What is up, ladies and gentlemen? A very good morning. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing at the Polderbaan runway 18 right, at the moment the only runway being used for arrivals. And the first airplane is approaching. It is a 787-10 Dreamliner KLM flight 644 coming home, arriving from New York JFK. Gear is extending. 6 hours and a minute underway. 3 years old, the PHBKK, first flight December 2020. Now its sibling with the KLM 100 years livery is also underway. The PHBVD, the SkyTeam 777 is also underway. Suriname is sending an A330 from Plus Ultra today. And I also believe Chucky and or Adler will visit us during the stream. Also, if all is well, Icelandair 757-300, the 100 years independence livery is also coming, or at least that's what I saw this morning. Now things can and sometimes do change, so not sure about the 757, but we do have a Flying AMS Live logo dead center. Somewhere in the background, the Bombardier C-Series 300, aka A320 from Bulgaria Air. Yeah, Bulgaria Air, arriving from Sofia. There it is. It's also coming. More heavies are underway. The grass still isn't cut here. Now I am accompanied by pilot Sander, who is also there. Wave, wave, wave. Wave, wave, wave. Still nothing. Mate. He said if I'd wave, he would wave as well. But he is too busy focusing on filming. LL is also coming with a 777, and United is too from the other side. Very good morning to everybody who has joined. In the meantime, a very good morning to Aphrodite. Hope you had a good holiday. Welcome back. Marja, goedemorgen. Marissa, goedemorgen. Jane, good morning. Dirk, good morning. Evelyn, good morning. Marianne, good morning. It's almost a ladies only chat by the looks of it. Good morning one and all. Ah, now he is waving. Finally. Yes, pilot Sander. Yeah, great minds think alike. We are not alone. Remarkably, there are also other people over there. Hard to see. If you crouch in the grass, you are going ninja mode. Melis, good morning. James, good morning. Andre, good morning. Lucas, good morning. Bevroren patat. Frozen French fries, good morning. Bulgaria Air, arriving from Sofia, A220-300 Bombardier C-Series, the LZPAR. Brand new airplane, first flight October 2023. Got two 777-200s. Got a 777-300 and an A330 that I see in my postage stamp of Flight Radar, plus a CRJ. Hey Richard, goedemorgen. Now we're not alone in the water. Also, where is he? Is he closer by? Is he further away? definitely closer by. Ah, there he is. Escaping the grass. Escaping to the grass. Right. Love these machines, those A320s. Definitely can clearly see the Bombardier heritage, the DNA. Their experience with bizjet development in the design of this airplane. Hey Clemencia, goedemorgen. Alles okay, indeed. Even though the sun is not out, we do have lovely clouds over here, as you can see. Wind is moderate, blowing from the southwest. So big picture wise, looking to the north, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like to the east. Looking to the south. And looking to the west. Wind is coming from this angle more or less. Definitely some darker patches in the sky. Also some more cumulus clouds that might develop into towering cumulus clouds. We should stay dry here, at least for the upcoming hours. Although, you never know for sure. One of the seagulls also in the house. And where is the traffic? There it is. Got a nice backdrop against which the airplanes are well visible. Halil, good morning. Oh yeah, and indeed almost 20k. You can see how many to go still in the bottom left corner of your screen. 19,944 to go. So yeah, my guess is we won't make it today. But pretty soon we will. William, good morning. Peter, good morning. Matthijs, goedemorgen. Finnair, good morning. Glide slope shot of two 777-200s, two consecutive 777-200s. United Airlines flight 968 in the foreground, arriving from San Francisco. El Al flight 337 arriving from Tel Aviv in the background. Third airplane turning in, which we don't see yet, but soon will. There's an A330 from Delta, flight 74 arriving from Atlanta. I think the clouds might be in the way. Oh no, in the bottom, very bottom. Let's reframe a little. Three heavies on the glide slope. There we go. Hadi Lane, goedemorgen. Hope everybody is doing well and has had a good weekend. United Airlines flight 968 up first, 777-200 arriving from San Francisco, 9 hours 45 minutes underway. 25 years old, its first flight was back in April 1999. Good morning, O Gamer. Good morning, Robin. Or good evening, I should say. Tuning in from down under. Jordi, goedemorgen. Mid-KS, good morning. Arjan, good morning. Me, myself, good morning. Definitely some towering cumulus clouds in the making. Next up, El Al flight 337, arriving from Tel Aviv, 777-200. 4 hours 14 minutes on the way, 23-year-old airplane. 4 times European Central Bank is its registration. First flight February 2001. Hey there, Omar. Good morning. Sven. Good morning. Mizam, good morning. Jan, goedemorgen. Let's quickly turn back. Our next airplane is Delta Airlines flight 74, arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Today an A330-300, not an A350 sadly. 7 hours 46 minutes underway. The first flight of this airplane was back in April 2016. In the top left you can see the next airplane, which is a CRJ arriving from Stockholm, SAS flight 1553. Embraer 175 behind it, and behind it a 777-300 arriving from Johannesburg. First up, Delta Airlines flight 74 arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Kurdistan. Ronald, goedemorgen. Good morning, Erwin. Good morning, Mario. SAS CRJ up next. Third airplane just turning in. Another 3 airplane glide slope shot. SAS CRJ 900 in the foreground, arriving from Stockholm, flight 1553. Embraer 175 arriving from Prague. Behind it, 777-300 is number 3 arriving from Johannesburg. Alrighty, SAS flight 1553, CRJ 900, 12 years old, first flight November 2011. butt shot in the making. Here we go. Lemo, butt shot in the house. Good morning, Tim. New subscriber here, love your content, keep up the great work. Thank you for your kind words, mate. Glad you're enjoying the show, hope everybody is. And I will do my best to keep up the good work. Morgen Henk. Hey there Martina, good morning. Our next airplane arriving from the Czech Republic, Prague, Embraer 175. In its wake is a 777-300 arriving from Johannesburg. We have a 737 behind it, which is returning from Paris. All three airplanes are KLM. Oh, mustn't bump into my tripod legs. More butt shots, damn it. Here we go. Cormorant spotted chilling on the throne of Russell. Not sure if Russell is okay with it. Well, if he isn't, I guess he's the one who has a problem. Sitting there proudly, like, this is my place. Shut off, stupid crows. This is my throne now. KLM 5592, arriving from Johannesburg, South Africa. 777-300 Flap surfaces squeaky clean as we have gotten used to. Morgen! Hey, Jörg also in the chat. Good to see you, Jörg. Hope all is well. Patrick, goedemorgen. Next to our planes coming in is a FRA KLM 737-800 arriving from Paris in the foreground and an EasyJet A320 Neo arriving from Gatwick in the background. A third airplane is approaching the glide slope from the right, still further away, probably out of sight still. Croatia Airlines A319 arriving from Zagreb. Hadi Adri, goedemorgen, good morning. And all other viewers who have joined in the meantime, good morning to you too. Welcome to the show. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing along the Polderbaan, runway 18 right. At the moment the only runway in use for arrivals. The center runway, although it has reopened after its maintenance, still is being used less than normally would be the case. Normally it would be a secondary runway for arrivals, but today runway 27 is, and that has been the case for a couple of days now already. They're still testing the ILS, or testing I should say calibrate. So the reduced availability of runway center might last until somewhere in September, or at least that's what was written on the internet. Now I was doubting heavily this morning, shall I go to the McDonald's or shall I go over here? standing at the McDonald's, you'll either see arrivals on 27 or departures from 18 left. Now, the departures from 18 left are interesting insofar as that they take off from the runway threshold, but a lot of the narrow bodies take off more to the south, further away. Now, they are probably going to see a 747 and the A380 later today. Both expected to arrive at a moment in time where there are 2 runways open for arrivals, and both are approaching from the east, so fat chance they are going to land on this runway. Now we are in expectance of the PHBVD and also the PHBKA. SkyTeam 777-300 from KLM, and also the KLM 100 year 787-10 Dreamliner. Now this morning also on the arrivals list was the 100 years Independence 757-300 from Icelandair, and I thought I saw Marissa confirming earlier that it is indeed coming. So that would be nice. Iris, goedemorgen. Good morning. And let's see, NetJets is approaching runway 22. Can I see it? Should be able to see it, but I don't, so let's focus on what we can see over here then. 2 airplanes approaching. In the foreground we have an A319, Croatia Airlines arriving from Zagreb, flight 450, and behind it is a big fat 777 freighter arriving from Shanghai, China Southern Cargo, flight 495. Hey there Lee, happy Monday to you too. And ETA 1240, roughly speaking, it's 757. This is Croatia Airlines, flight 450, arriving from Zagreb. In the foreground, A319, 1 hour 40 minutes on the way to get here. The 9A CTN, which is 12 years old and had its first flight in March 2012. Chinese triple behind it. Let's hope it'll get loud. We all know what is coming. This is a butt shot in the making. This is a butt shot in the making. Hey Rob, goedemorgen. Tina, good morning. Mr. Master, good to see you, Maestro. Andrea, good morning. Erik, good morning. Tuning in from Innsbruck. Servus. Right up next, China Southern, flight 945, arriving from Shanghai, 10 hours 57 minutes on the way, 777 freighter, 9 years, and yeah, 9 years under 9 years it has been flying already. First flight May 2015. Let's look and listen. Welcome Tina. Goedemorgen. Mr. Blue Sky, good morning. I'm hearing something overhead. No contrails to be seen, just blue sky and clouds. Definitely heard overhead traffic. I've yet to see a single contrail, so it does look like it's one of those days again where there's no contrail production, even though visibility of contrails now has become a bit reduced. A lot of clouds flying overhead now. Rick, I'm so sorry. It is this fucking weather here. I am so fed up with it. Yesterday too, constantly the weather radar was indicating, oh, it's going to rain, oh, it's going to rain. It stayed dry almost the entire day. Only in the late afternoon did it actually begin to rain. So fed up with it. Where is the heat? Where are the heat waves? I want a heat wave. Give me 2 weeks of dry weather and sunshine over here. Even that is too much to ask. E2 Embraer coming in with the 1700 E-Jet sticker, which is on the left hand side, so we aren't going to see it, sadly. This airplane returning from Edinburgh, KLM Flight 924, 1 hour and a minute underway, PHNXM, 1-year-old airplane, first flight September 2022. Also a massive big thank you to Ronald for 11 months of support as a member. 11 down, 1 to go before going green. Thank you so much for your continued support, Ronald. I hope you still like it in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking. Now, let's see, there's a 777-300 arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. That is out there somewhere, flying between the clouds. I sure as hell am not seeing it yet. It is coming. It's out there somewhere. It is coming. So far, the clouds are friendly. No finger flipping just yet. Although it does look a bit grim here and there. One of the coots. Two airplanes visible on the glide slope. Airbus's A320. First up, EasyJet arriving from Manchester. Second one, also EasyJet A319 arriving from the Czech Republic, from Prague. See that Gerrit is also back in the chat. Good morning. Wesley, good morning. Third airplane is turning in. I think the clouds are in the way. Embraer 190 arriving from London City, BA City Flyer. Probably a bit lower. Well, you can already see that the second airplane is flying through clouds. Sadly, we're not going to see the third airplane. Right. right. Good morning, Barry. And good morning, Duncan, who is having the same cloudy weather in Aberdeen. What a summer. Hey, I do see something flying overhead now. And that isn't producing a contrail whatsoever. First up, EasyJet arriving from Manchester. So you really need to be lucky to see something flying overhead. I'm looking between the clouds and the blue bits if I might happen to see something. That's not the case. Do have lovely illuminated clouds over here. Drifting along. Also a massive big thank you to Martin Air for 8 months of membership. Yes, 8 months with AMS Live and nice people and airplanes. Martin, dankjewel so much. Thank you so much for your support, mate. Eight months. How did we get through those months? What's this? This is a yellow orb. It's creating light, it's creating warmth. What a weird contraption in the sky. Goedemorgen Adriaan. KC, good morning. Embraer 190 in the foreground, BA, flight 8451, BA City Flyer arriving from London City. In the background we have a flying AMS Live logo arriving from Cartagena. KLM flight 741, 7879 Dreamliner. There is a third airplane on the glide slope already, which I don't think we are able to see yet. 777-300 arriving from Cape Town. Now we see it. And a tractor with something to inject or lay manure on the ground. Just passed by. BA City Flyer. Embraer 190, 14 years old. Kelly Cruz, good morning. That is irony indeed, Sven. Having a newspaper in England called The Sun. Never thought of it like that, but now that you mention it, it is ironic. Two KLM heavies coming in. And the third one in the corner bottom left, turning in, vaguely visible. First up, the Dreamliner arriving from Cartagena, 7879, KLM Flight 741, flight time 9 hours 29 minutes, the PHBHN, 6 years old, first flight January 2018. And after that, 777-300 time, arriving from Cape Town. Morning, Rens. What is up, Chrissy Coot? This is KLM flight 598 arriving from Cape Town, South Africa. It is a Boeing 777-300 which has been on the way now for 10 hours and 53 minutes. The PHBVN. It is 9 years old and began flying for the first time back in 2015 in February. Now, the next two airplanes to arrive on the glide slope are an Embraer 175 arriving from Southampton and an A320neo arriving from Malta. Good morning, X Aviation, tuning in from London. Here's the dynamic duo. Third airplane turning in the background. Not sure if we can. Yeah, there we go. We do see it. Air Canada flight 900 7879 arriving from Montreal. And over here we have KLM flight 1068 arriving from Southampton. It's an Embraer 175. Flight time 49 minutes. PHEXU, 6 years old, had its first flight back in 2018 in January. Right, Kermit is also back in town, somewhere over there. I've yet to see him. Apparently, Harry the Hypnotizing Heron hasn't gotten him yet. Once again, I'm hearing something. Traffic up in the sky. Not to be seen though. Keep looking. But I've yet to see him. Good morning, John. The Eagle, good morning. Art, goedemorgen. Kermit the Kicker. Indeed, Jordi. As you might have gathered, kicker is frog in Dutch. KLM Malta up next. Arriving from Malta, A320neo. 6 years old, this airplane. The airline of the Maltese Islands. The 9H Neo. Special livery A320 Air Baltic. Happy to catch its departure from runway 24. Good morning, Lucas. And good morning, Crystal. And thank you so much for your continued support. 2 months of membership. Crystal writes, good morning, thanks for the great shows. Well, thank you so much for joining us and enjoying them. Hope you still like it in the lounge. Thank you for your support. Here's to many more months to come. Air Canada arriving from Montreal, flight 900, bank robber look. This is a robbery. Put your hands up. One, two, three, four. Canada deserves more money. Oh. Thank you, Evelyn, for your super chat. A220. That's what Alvin would say, definitely. He loves his A220s, doesn't he? Thank you so much, Evelyn. I hope we'll get to see a few land as well. Not sure that we will. I think they're usually a little bit earlier. Oi, oi! It is Roadhog. Roadhog in the house. Goedemorgen. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Latvians, good morning. Latvian had a flight from Seattle to Amsterdam yesterday. Yeah, well, that's the summery weather. Been sitting on my hands for 3 days. So far, so much for global warming over here. Lufthansa up next, arriving from Munich, A319, flight 2302. Good morning, Ivo. X Aviation asks, will you be live on Thursday? I have a standard answer To everybody asking me, will I be live then and then? The answer is, I don't know. It is weather dependent. First and foremost, if it's going to be a rainy day all day, then sadly no. It's a lame answer, I know. But unfortunately, I have an old-fashioned setup that doesn't handle water that well. And it is quite pricey. You are better off filming with a phone that is waterproof and has an IP rating over here in the Netherlands. Shithole airport. BA, flight 430, arriving from London Heathrow, A320. Next up, Lufthansa. Now, also a very good morning to Huggy Bear. Bloody hell, it's Monday, but your stream is the best start to my day, mother effer. Well, at least there's a little way to alleviate your suffering then. JD, you really shouldn't have made. Thank you for your gifted memberships just now. If you are one of the recipients of Jörg's gifted memberships, don't forget to say Dankeschön, Herr JD, JD, or Jörg. Really, you shouldn't have made. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Aurora Skylines, those new members. This is Lufthansa flight 988 arriving from Frankfurt, an A319. 27 years old, first flight November 1996. The daily flight. Good morning, Mitchell. And good morning, SLDKJH. Always a good test to see if I'm awake or not. How's the spelling going? Next up will be Air France flight 1444, an A321 arriving from Paris. Still no sign of any air traffic overhead. So let's focus on what we can see on near ground level then. Let's see, ITA, third for arrival, just turned in. Although the clouds are... No, I just need to look in the right direction. Oh! 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 Free lap around the perimeter on the house. That was a go around. Separate video incoming. Nice one. This one was nice. Mother effer. Didn't look that bad, did it? Okay, well, guess we'll see that one a second time. In the meantime, Transavia up next. Flight 5626, 737-800 arriving from Palma de Mallorca. Alright, Huggy Bear is coming to town. Awesome. Looking forward to your arrival, mate. Look who has reclaimed his throne. It is Russell the mother fudging crow. Next up, Giulia Frulia. Ita, arriving from Milano. Flight 120, 1 hour 31 minutes on the way. 15 years old, first flight May 2009. The Giulia Frulia. Que bello. Also a massive big thank you to Roadhog, who just now gifted 5 memberships. You really shouldn't have made, but thank you so much. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Don't forget to say thank you to Roadhog if you are one of the recipients of the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, new members. Be sure to use those custom emojis that are now at your disposal. Roadhog, thank you so much. Dankjewel, man. You really shouldn't have. This is JetBlue A321neo arriving from Boston, Massachusetts. Brand new airplane. Began flying in April this year. Blue lipstick indeed, Jendrosek. Remco, goedemorgen. Next up, TUI. Flight 387, arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao. 7878 Dreamliner, the PHTFM. 8 hours and 46 minutes underway. 9 years old, first flight March 2015. KLM 737-800 arriving from London Heathrow behind it. Lee says 47 more subs to go to hit the 20k. Can we hit it on the stream today? The answer is almost certainly no. I'll bet you it will not happen. People are going to sit on their hands, as we would say in Dutch. Not sure if that's also a literal expression in the English language, but we say that in Dutch. Means people are going to stop subscribing if they intend to until the round level has been breached. That is psychology 101. It's going to be very sticky to break. It's not going to happen today. And the go around still, yeah, still flying. Well, it's turn base now. It's turn base. There are quite a few airplanes still ahead of it. First up, KLM Flight 1002, 737-800, arriving from London Heathrow, 41 minutes underway. The PHB XK, 23 years old. First flight August 2000. No Wi-Fi on board this airplane. Lame. Boring. Hey! I spy with my little eye something starting with a C. It's a contrail. How about that? First one of the day. Looks like it'll pass south of me. Twin jet. Beautiful illumination on the clouds right here. Let it run for a few minutes and you get yourself a time lapse. Also used in English, well, sit on their hands is what the people are going to do. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Meanwhile, big picture wise, looking to the west, looking to the north, looking to the east, looking to the south. Wind is blowing from this direction more or less, so that only contrail in the sky has gotten a little bit closer by now. Let's see. Delta? Is that Delta? Or is that Ryanair? Or is it Air Canada? I struggled to see what it is. It's not Delta because the letters would have been readable. Air Canada A330. Cool. Cheers, guys. KLM Flight 1850, arriving from Munich, Embraer 190. Wind seems to be picking up ever so slightly. Let's see, Iberia Express arriving from Madrid up next. Quick look, just curious to see what the METAR has been doing. Do a refresh. Wind is still blowing from the south, has picked up to 10 knots, 304, few clouds at 2000 feet and at 1700 feet. Stupid ad, get away, clickety click. Get that out of the way again. And quickly paste the ticker in the METAR in the ticker. Don't know how many times I've confused the two. There you go. Let me also take you through the METAR after this airplane has landed. I'll reload it and take you through it A to Z. Iberia Express up first. Flight 3722 arriving from Madrid, A320. 19-year-old airplane, first flight in February 2005. little bit of reverser applied there. Marina, good morning. Jinshin, aloha. Hey Han, goedemorgen kerel. Right, 3 airplanes visible. The next airplane is a KLM arriving from Copenhagen. Refresh of the ticker, showing the meter, which is from the 8:25 Zulu time, that's 10:25 Central European time. The wind 10 knots from 200 degrees, and the wind direction is variable between 160 degrees and 230 degrees. So that is around the south and southwest. 9999 means visibility on ground level is 10 kilometers or more. We have few clouds at 1700 feet, few clouds at 2000 feet, of which some are towering cumulus. It is 18 degrees C, the dew point is 12 degrees C, and the air pressure is 1016 hectopascals. And no significant changes in the upcoming 2 hours are expected. KLM 777 arrival from Las Vegas is continuing, means that runway 27 is going to open up for arrivals pretty soon, or it has already. And that's fair since it is almost 11 AM. Between 11 and 11:40, 2 runways will be used for arrivals. And that is going to be runway 27 then. Next up, the second attempt of Air France flight 1444. It went around rather surprisingly a couple of minutes ago. Now it's second attempt. The A321 arrival from Paris. In the meantime, flight time 1 hour and a minute. Obviously, free lap around the house. Good morning, Ramonina, who is tuning in from Schagen. Tuning in from the north of North Holland. Next airplane behind it is an A330 Delta arriving from Minneapolis. Right. Attempt number 2. Right. Cars going. Weird. The reverse spool up even, albeit briefly. Well, there you go. Kablamo, look at that, it's beautiful. And still friendly. No clouds are flipping me the finger. The clouds today are well behaved. Delta Airlines flight 162 up next. Has that sticker of quality something something, seal of approval, seal of excellence or something. Will it get loud? Let's hope it will. The wheelie was so-so, and the audio too. That was Captain Lap down. Hey, Lufty, I think, passing overhead. Have to wait. Have to wait. Camera cannot go any higher. Lufty Dreamliner by the looks of it. Passed immediately overhead. Next up, Transavia, arriving from Olbia. Hadi Marius en Suus, wetenschap Suus. Lufthansa Frankfurt to Austin. Austin in Texas. Austin and Houston. E2 Embraer up next, arriving from Zurich. 1 hour 21 minutes underway. What sounds like a 737. Hey! That was a very careful splashdown. I think it caught a fish or something. Just to the right. Oh? Come on. You'd almost think that the wind is more tricky than it feels like it is right here, standing here. Royal Air Maroc, or at least that's what it still says on its label, RAM, Royal Air Maroc, but it is Electra Airways flying for Air Arabia Maroc. Flight 8680 arriving from Nador in Morocco. A320, 2 hours 40 minutes on the way. 21-year-old airplane, first flight September 2002. Further up ahead is an Embraer 190 arriving from Manchester, KLM flight 1030. Chucky is landing on runway 27, that is sad. Well, Electra Airways up next. Time to get the electric boogie going. Hey, Harry. Oh dear, a Moroccan butt shot. Hope this is halal. Ooh, what's that? Is that an A318? It is a small Airbus. Whether or not it is the baby bus, I don't know. KLM flight 1030 up next. Let's see, Embraer 190. 45 minutes on the way from Manchester. The Fexy PHEXY. Airplane 6 years old. First flight February 2018. Ah, it was the baby bus. Le petit baby bus d'Air France. Meanwhile, it is Embraer 190 time over here. I think we're due a Captain Wheelie landing, don't you think? How about it? Not from this pilot duo, we won't. Somewhere overhead, outbound traffic. Clouds are in the way, but you are able to hear it quite well. Another Embraer 190 arrival from Brussels and something turning in further up ahead, and that is... oh, what time is it? Does anybody have the time? Hey, Rakete 88, auch wieder mal dabei. Herzlich willkommen. Let's see, 2 narrow bodies. Playtime right sandwiched in between Embraer 190s with another Embraer 175 coming in. Embraer Fest has begun once again. First up, KLM flight 1704 arriving from Brussels. 28 lousy minutes for 88 nautical miles. The airplane 10 years old, first flight November 2013. The Fez. Now, also a massive big thank you for your support, Malky. 12 months of membership, another member has gone green, and Malky writes, "Blimey, that went quick. Keep up the excellent work." Mate, thank you so much for your continued support. I hope you still like it in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking. And even if you decided not to stay a member, I do hope that you are going to stay a frequent visitor for many more months to come. Thank you so much, Malky. I will try to keep up the good work. Shouldn't be too difficult, as long as the weather is somewhat decent. That's the major bottleneck these days. Saw a graph about the precipitation since October, mapped 23-24 versus the last century, and it was double the amount. It was insane. Such an outlier in terms of how much rain we've seen since October. More than double the amount that normally would fall in the same period. Right, what time is it? What time is it? That's a good question, Lee. I think it is time to make the chat go red. Red alert. Playtime is upon us. It is an A320neo, flight 460, 2 hours and 41 minutes underway. The TFPPC. She's a year old, began flying in October 2022. There we go. Playtime. Will it also be a playtime butt shot combo shot? Looking at the speed, I think we're in for a butt shot as well. Playtime butt shot to boot. Yes, sir. The butt shot is coming. Anybody just joining us and thinking, what the fudge is this channel? What are they talking about? This is a butt shot. You're looking the airplane right in the rear. Ready. KC asks, play is Norwegian? It isn't, it is Icelandic. It is Icelandic. KLM flight 1930 up next. Embraer 190 arriving from Geneva. OnlyFans special. Indeed it is. Now there is a 747 landing on runway 27. That is exactly the reason why I was heavily doubting about going there. Then again, standing there, you would see 40 minutes of arrivals on that runway and the rest would be departures from 18 left. I'm not sure how interesting that would have been if a lot of the narrow bodies would have taken off further to the south. But yeah, this one expected between 11 and 11:40. And last time I checked the ETA of the A380, it was 5 minutes past 1 o'clock. Don't know if it has caught up some time, but if it hasn't, then it is going to land on the same runway, which will reopen again between 1 and 2 p.m. as a secondary runway for arrivals. Instead of center, which normally would have opened up, which would have meant we would have been able to see both the 747 and the A380 much more clearly. Thing is that they still need to calibrate the ILS system after the major maintenance that recently took place. Usually takes a couple of weeks. They have to do calibration flights under different weather conditions. Or at least that's what Jorn told me recently. He is more informed about that kind of stuff than I am. Right, 1:01 p.m. is the ETA now of the A380, Evelyn says, so yeah. Don't count on seeing the A380. It's going to do the same thing as the 747 here right now is doing. Land on runway 27. With the heat distortion, it means pixels. Now mind you, if they were to use runway 27 a bit more frequently, it would be a very nice place to be standing. Still don't understand why they didn't leave it open longer, the runway on Thursday last time. But there you go. Now in the meantime, 2 airplanes visible in the distance coming this way. And a big thank you and warm welcome to Alan for just becoming a member of the Aurora Sky Lounge. Welcome to the club, mate. Thank you for choosing AMS Live, and I hope you will like it in the lounge. Custom emojis now at your disposal as we're watching KLM flight 1136 and Bro 190 arriving from Dublin, touchdown. No issues whatsoever. And the next airplane to arrive in the distance is number 190 arriving from London City. They keep coming. Now also a massive big thank you to Malky for just now gifting 5 memberships. You really shouldn't have made, but really thank you so much. Don't forget to say thank you if you were one of the 5 recipients of those gifted memberships. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Aurora Skylines new members. Spam us to death with the custom emojis that are now at your disposal. And again, I'm hearing something overhead. Absolutely not seeing anything. There's a big motherfudging cloud in the way over here, and I think the airplane is flying somewhere behind it. Hey! Alrighty. Now, it's 15 minutes past 11. And there was an ant walking over my hand. How the fudge did it come up there? Anyway, no matter. Blew it off and time to continue. Let's see. So it's 11:15, which means that runway 27 is going to stay open for arrivals another 25 minutes. Meanwhile, 2 airplanes on the glide slope, the first one being KLM flight 1076 and number 175 arriving from Bristol. And again, a Mac coming this way, Royal Air Maroc or Air Arabia Maroc arriving from NATO, A320. KLM flight 1076 arriving from Bristol. Number 175, 6 years old, first flight January 2018. Next up, oh, it's also Electra Airways. Electra Airways A320 arriving from Nador. SLDKJH. What are you talking about? And if you want me to spot something, give me vectors. Where is it coming from? Where is it going to? Where is it right now? Where is it going to pass? Is it going to pass north of me, south of me? You guys are trying to get me to find needles in a haystack without giving me instructions where I need to look, and that really is unhelpful. I want to help, I want to oblige, but you have to be more specific, guys. Electra Airways flight 141 up next, arriving from Nador, 2 hours and 35 minutes on the way, 17 years old, first flight September 2006. Okay, okay. I do see something in the sky. Let's see. Vaguely. It was there. Right, AWACS directly east of me, tracking southeast to northwest. Cool. That is information I can use. Sadly, this is what the sky currently looks like, immediately overhead. So if it is tracking southeast to northwest, I do believe I saw something just before it went into the clouds. There's something coming this way, but that is not it. Right, there it is. I did see something. Yep, it was it. Right, cheers Malky. That's the way to give me instructions, flying from northeast to southwest or something to the likes, where it is right now, where it is going to pass past me. Because as you can see, it wasn't producing a contour. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, and I do want to oblige, but you have to be very specific. Right, A320 Neo. If you like spinning discs and you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Would be nice if we crossed the 20k today, but I'm not thinking you guys are going to make it happen. It's going really slow. People are sitting on their hands, as I thought was going to happen, but it would be nice. Right, EasyJet A320 Neo arriving from Geneva in the foreground, and we have a flying, no, not a flying AMS Live logo, but a 777-300 in the background, arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao. I already thought I saw the AWACS before it went behind the cloud, but I was too late to focus in on it. Luckily, it did re-emerge after it passed the cloud. Let's see, EasyJet A320 Neo, arrived from Geneva. Brand new airplane, first flight February this year. Also using the monitor again today. Bought a bigger battery. One that on paper I think should last me 6 hours, and then I think that is going to be true because it is still at 100% from the start. Next up, the PHBVD. It is the 777-300 from KLM in the SkyTeam livery. Right, Malky was an air traffic controller in the RAF many years ago. Well, thanks for giving me adequate vectors there, mate. Looks like you haven't gotten rusty. Hey Jan Kees, eindelijk mooi weer, indeed, yeah. Yeah, and yesterday in the end it was decent weather for most of the day, but the weather radar kept indicating from the early morning on already it is going to rain soon, it is going to rain soon. So spent most of the day inside waiting for the rain that never came. I'm so fed up with it. Oh, nice sunny livery there. Now the PHBKA is also on the way, the 787-10 with the KLM 100 years tricolor swoosh. Morning there, Dave, good morning. And also to Ed, good morning. So it is 11:24 now. Means that 27 is going to stay open for another 15 minutes. Then all traffic will resume to Polderbaan, all inbound traffic. At least until 1 o'clock. Good morning, Amatrine Moon? Is it Amatrine? Yeah, probably Amatrine. Amatrine, that doesn't sound right. Amatrine. QJ asks, how's your gardening job at home? Well, it's going well. The grass is growing, it's thriving. Need to cut it really regularly, otherwise it will overgrow. Did have a patch in the corner where the water drains to, and also the fence is next to, so it receives the least sun. There were a few open spots forming in the grass. I think with the copious amounts of rain, it was too much for the early young grass. So threw some additional seeds in that corner. That is filling up nicely. Haven't had a lot of opportunity to sit in it just yet between streaming and working, but it does look nice. Also finished my big rooftop terrace. Some deck tiles with a rubber bottom and wooden top that I have placed. A nice lounge set. An umbrella. So if it ever gets decent weather over here, if we ever get it, and I have the time for it, I have practical outdoors spaces that I can use and enjoy, finally. Correct pronunciation, thank you, Amatrine Moon. Always nice to know. Also, good morning, Christian. All fingers crossed for the semi-final tomorrow. Yeah, the football is going on. I know that. No, I don't know what match will be on tomorrow, but whoever's playing, all the best. I've yet to see a full 5 minutes of the championship so far. That's cool. Now, 2 airplanes visible. The first one is the Adler, the German Airways special livery Embraer 190, arriving from Basel, 1 hour and 4 minutes underway. The Embraer 190 long range is 18 years old, first flight January 2006. The airplane behind it, EasyJet A319, arriving from Bristol. Spain against France tomorrow, okay. And Netherlands, England, Wednesday, right. Ooh, exciting match. Right, the Adler had gelandet. Ist gelandet? Had gelandet? Ist gelandet, probably. The Eagle has landed. I'm also going to be treated to a butt shot. Now next up will be EasyJet A319 arriving from Bristol, 51 minutes on the way. The airplane is 15 years old, first flight August 2008. And another airplane further out, that would be an EasyJet A319 arriving from London Luton. Jędrusek is revealing just how old he is, talking about a flying typewriter. Now if you're a younger viewer watching this stream and you're thinking, boy, what the hell is a typewriter? It's what we used to use to write letters on paper without using a printer and before the advent of the computer. You'll probably be able to find one in a museum or maybe at Jędrusek's home, who knows. Right, EasyJet arriving from London Luton up next, and KLM flight 936 behind it, arriving from Glasgow, 737-800. We see a third airplane turning in, and that is an Embraer 190 KLM arriving from Newcastle. A printer with 0 network delay. Right, you can buy your tickets to see Jędrusek's typewriter. If you reach out to Jędrusek, I'm sure he'll leave his contact details in the chat for you. If you want to see an ancient typewriter in the Haarlem Museum of Modernities. Meanwhile, still a lot of friendly clouds over here in the sky. Just lovely how the sun is illuminating them. Obsoletorium, the Obsoletorium, awesome. Big patch of blue sky over here. I'm looking up. Is there something in the sky moving? Not with a contrail, but maybe without? Surely there must be. Not seeing it, so back to what we can see best then. This is KLM flight 936 arriving from Glasgow, 737-800. The PHBGA, 16 years old, first flight March 2008. Right, if you want to see if anybody is home, you need to pick a cool day. Otherwise, hard to do. Hey, it is Captain Steven, also in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. Now, let's see. 11:34 right now, so I'm thinking runway 27 is going to close again pretty soon, with all inbound traffic coming this way until 1 o'clock. And hey, what is that? Global X. Global X is arriving from Reykjavik. Nice. Is that flying for Icelandair then? Still flying base. Not visible yet. Two Embraer 190s are though. KLM. Both of them. First one from Newcastle, second one from Stavanger. No, Stavanger. Pardon my English. Stavanger. And if you joined us just now, you missed a go around already. Really remarkable go around of an A321 Air France flight 1444, arriving from Paris earlier this morning. I will make a separate video out of that landing. Will be interesting to watch back. Easy come, easy go. Dutch Flight Simmer, goedemorgen. Hey there Harry, good morning. Tuning in from Ontario. Morning mate, hope all is well over there. Now, lovely big patch of blue sky over here. Looking for contrails, looking for airplanes without a contrail. Not seeing a single one. Best chance to see them nice and contrasty is when they are flying over here with the sun in our back. Not seeing anything, not hearing anything. So let us focus then back on what we can see best, and that is this Embraer 190 arriving from Stavanger. And A320 from Global X behind it, arriving from Reykjavik. So I'm not sure if it is flying on behalf of Icelandair. Remco says we always book TUI, and last year also got Global X. Yeah, it is a rental, I'm pretty sure. Question is, on behalf of which airliner is it flying? I'm thinking it is flying on behalf of Icelandair then. Then again, Icelandair was also sending the 757, wasn't it? Yeah, well, in that case it does fit the bill. I mean, they have been in the habit of sending two MAX 8s relatively back to back for a while now. Will be. Marissa says, I feel it's like it's just a random flight. That is also still also a possible outcome. Whatever it is coming now. Global X arriving from Reykjavik in the full Global X livery, according to Flight Radar. So that would be nice. Don't see that very often over here. Arriving from Reykjavik, flight 6102. It's an A320. 2 hours and 41 minutes on the way to get here so far. American registered, November 630 Victor Alpha. 17 years old. First flight March 2007. Niklas is informing us that the 757 is an hour away still. Absolutely worth sticking around for. 100 years independence. The pencil. And Adrian is informing us that the 747 will be passing overhead southeast to northwest Lufty. As in, how many minutes from now? Where is it flying right now? I'm already looking in the part of the sky where it should be coming from. Not seeing a contrail, so I guess I'll have to look for an airplane that doesn't produce a contrail. Hey there Ravi, who is tuning in from India. Good to see you, welcome to the show. Hope all is well. Wasn't it immensely hot already in India lately? Right. Here it is. Just as advertised on Flight Radar, the Plus Ultra. Although no text. Just a color scheme. I think I have the 747. It is producing a contrail. Hard to miss. That's the motherfudger you guys were talking about. Oh, it's going it's going ninja mode. It's going ninja mode. Where are you, you bastard? Alright, there he is. Still producing a contrail. At moments. Lufty 747. Now it stopped producing a contrail again. Right, I'm not sure if we can pick it up later because there's a big chunk of cloud right here, right in the path of where that 747 is expected to pass us by. Another KLM 737 arriving from Paris. Flight 1406. Right, M3 Moon says, see you later alligators. See you later, thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stad. That's a middle finger with swelling. Hey, what's going on over there? It's overshooting. KLM flight 758 787-10 Dreamliner arriving from Panama City, overshooting but turning back. Airport Builder says, is it possible to see an A380 flying over Drenthe? Well, that depends on the altitude. Of course, it has to be really clear. I think you would be able to see it. I tested how far I could see contrails from my home, looking to the west towards the sea, if they were flying to England, and I think we are able to see contrails almost until halfway to England, so that is a substantial distance from the west coast. So I think it would be possible to see airplanes flying over on cruising altitude, producing a contrail if they fly over Drenthe. Under optimal conditions, I think it would be visible. Swelling, isn't that Spanish airline? It is, Malky. Hans' favorite. with that one dot. Now, this is KLM Flight 758, 9 hours and 32 minutes underway to get from Panama City to where it is right now, the PHBKM. We're also in awaiting of the BKA, KLM 100 years livery. Also hearing a tractor passing, will pass by from behind in a few moments. Now the BKA is right behind it, KLM Flight 601, arriving from LAX. That is the KLM Dreamliner in the 100 years livery. And this is the warm-up. Hey there, Miss Wolves, good to see you again. Welcome back, hope all is well. You're just in time. Our next airplane is going to be the KLM 100 years special livery. Arriving from LAX, flight 604, 9 hours and 41 minutes underway, the PHBKA, 5 years old. Began flying in June of the year 2019. We have an Embraer 175 sandwiched in between the heavies. That is behind it. Well, according to flight radar, I think the clouds are in the way a little bit. No, wait. Now in the center. There it is. And behind that Embraer 175 we'll see Delta Airlines Flight 136, an A330-300. And behind it, an A330-200 KLM, which is returning from Toronto by the looks of it. Right, time to take a sip of vodka. Morning, Robin, and all others who have joined in the meantime. So it's 11:47 now, means that runway 27 is closed again. There are now 2 runways being used for departures, and just this runway where we are standing next to for arrivals until 1 p.m. roughly, which incidentally is also the time of arrival of the A380, which chances are will land on runway 27. Third airplane now also visible, the Delta A330 at 7 o'clock of the number 2. And this is the PHBKA returning from LAX, the KLM 100 years livery, 9 hours and 43 minutes underway. And again, it began flying in June 2019. Come on, son, do your thing. Shine. Wheelie of the day. I don't think a single airplane came close to this wheelie in length. Hey there, Alton, good morning. Rick, good morning. Henk, goedemorgen. All others who have joined in the meantime, good morning. Lucas says 747 Lufthansa is going to pass over you in like 3-ish minutes. Frankfurt to Chicago. Okay. Means it'll come from this direction. Now you can see already there's a lot of cloudiness in that part of the sky right now. I'll keep my eyes open. Big picture overview. Relatively cloudy to the north. Bit more open where the sea is at, which is usually what you see. You see also little gap over here, but further land inward, more cloudiness. Looking to the south, same thing. Looking in the direction of Frankfurt, where that 747 is expected in a couple of minutes from now. Not seeing it yet. It's probably somewhere behind the clouds. I'll keep an eye out for it. Mind you, that is approximately the only bit that we can see, because over here everything well, maybe a glimpse over there in between the clouds, but it will be hard to see. This is KLM flight 1088 Embraer 175 arriving from Cardiff. No Captain Wheelie. No contrail either. Oh wait, no, I was wrong. Another semi-sneaky contrail in the making over there. Man, that's going to be hard to see. Now let's hope this airplane will get loud. This is Delta Airlines, flight 136, A330-300 arrival from Detroit, Michigan. 6 hours and 56 minutes on the way. 18 years old, first flight November 2005. Let's look and listen. Now, also was hearing something pass overhead, I think a BizJet or something. Probably flying just above the clouds still. Looky here, we have big jets coming in. KLM flight 696 in the foreground, A330-200 arriving from Toronto. Delta A330 in the background, arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What's your account name?
And AWS Live. Also a big thank you and a warm welcome to Evan, celebrating 14 months of membership. 10 left, boy, start thinking about my signed hat. Hey, good to see you again, mate. Thank you so much for your continued support. 14 months already. Select company. It feels like we've been doing this so much longer already. Thank you so much for your support, Evan. Hope you still like it in the lounge. If the seats or anything else isn't to your liking anymore, do let me know. KLM flight 696 up next. Will it be loud? Most likely not. It is KLM. Unfortunately, only time that these airplanes get loud is during the departure. When landing, not so much. Marissa has a dentist appointment and sadly has to go. Thank you for joining, Marissa. Success. K1 over there. I was giving a wave, but I was being ignored. Alright, well, in that case, let's just turn back. Yeah, thanks. That was a group of birds that was just chased away. Tried waving again ignored. But we weren't treated to the silent treatment, that's for sure. Right, race is on. Battle of the car versus the plane, head to head. Who's going to win? Who's going to chicken out the first? We'll find out. Rev up your engines. In 3, 2, 1. Come on, let's go. Pedal to the metal, mate. They don't ever want to play ball now, do they? Come on, get loud then. At least you play along. Right. Wasn't meant to be, unfortunately for us. Hey there, Sean, tuning in from Virginia, morning. Hey, Infinity, good to see you again, mate. Welcome everybody to the show. So, we're still waiting for a loud landing of Delta. We've seen a couple of so-so wheelies. We've seen one go around. If you missed it, I will make a separate video of it because it was quite the sight to behold. Air France flight 1444 went around ever so smoothly. It was a real smooth operator. We have 2 airplanes coming in. A321 up first, arriving from Istanbul, BBN Airlines. All white, 3 hours and 13 minutes on the way. 16 years old, first flight November 2007. The airplane behind it, Embraer 190, arriving from Humberside. And we have an Embraer 175 arriving from Leeds behind it. And Barry says, sure we'll get a loud one soon, boy. Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. I have to one day. We've got a reputation to think of. Delta A330s. Now in the meantime, I'm hearing something coming this way. Outbound. Is that a 737? I think it might be. Nope, it's an Embraer 190. How do I see that? Look at the winglets. The nose and winglets. Now, other than Chrissy Coot over here, I haven't seen any other birds. Well, the Cormorant for a moment sat on the throne of Russell. There are Coots further to the north. Haven't seen the ducks, nor have I seen Gary Grebe. Now, school holidays have begun this week in the south of the country. I'm not sure if that means that Gary Grebe is also now off and has gone on vacation. Could be. This is a Cityhopper returning from Humberside, flying as KLM Flight 972. 15-year-old airplane, first flight January 2009. Right, Embraer 175 in the foreground, arriving from Leeds, and KLM Flight 682 arriving from Vancouver in the background. 777-300 and a KLM Embraer 175 over here. 47 minutes underway to get from Leeds to Amsterdam. Floaty. Nice landing. Nice. No noise, but noise. Right, Harry also back. Says hi to you all. Welcome to the show. Look into my eyes and hypnotize you. Let me hypnotize you. Well, before we all fall under the spell of Harry, let's quickly turn back to the airplanes. This is arriving from Vancouver, a 777-300 KLM Flight 682, 8 hours and 36 minutes on the way, the PHBVK. 11-year-old airplane, first flight May 2013. Again, squeaky clean flap surfaces. In that regard, KLM second to none. Mark also has to go. Now you need to go to a meeting in the office. Well, take care, Mark. Thanks for joining. Now, Heisenberg has also arrived. Heisenberg and Jesse. Don't see any smoke emanating from the unit just yet, so the meth cook hasn't begun just yet. Big picture wise, openness, looking to the west towards the sea, looking to the south, cloudiness, to the east, cloudiness, and to the north, also cloudiness, although northwest a bit more open. That is also where the coast is at. Hey there, Craig. Good evening. Veldy, good morning. Made in Australia, good morning. Joke says, a lot of people it seems. Well, absolutely. Vacation has begun, of course, so at least in the southern half of the country, people are now free to go wherever they want. Good morning, EKF. Good morning, Drew. Camper show, indeed. Camping TV. That's what we provide over here. Now, another glide slope formation is forming. We have Transavia already on the glide slope, arriving from Ibiza. Balearic Islands. Another airplane is approaching from the right, somewhere. Transavia arriving from Zakynthos. There it is. And I'm not sure if we're going to see it. From the other side, from the left, we have an Embraer 190 flying base now. Rob also has to go. Thank you for joining, Rob. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you later in the week, hopefully. And indeed, Lucas coming from Ibiza. Robin will be flying to Kos tomorrow. Nice. At least a bit of decent weather. I think we might see the Embraer 190 somewhere in the background turning in from the left in a few moments. KLM flight 984 arriving from London City. Flight radar seems to indicate that it is turning in now. Yeah, very bottom of the screen. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Almost directly under the number 2. Now you can see it glistening, or the lights I should say. Right, Transavia flight 5672 this is. Arriving from Ibiza, 2 hours precisely on the way according to flight radar. This is a 737-800, 5 years old. First flight January 2019. Now a massive big thank you to Made in Australia for your super chat. Winter here, boy, been afraid of the cold mornings, not streaming, lol. Nice to see you're doing well. Well, over here it almost feels like winter too, mate. Thank you so much for your super chat. I think you guys have better winter weather than we do summer weather on occasion. But I can imagine if it is really cold, you're hesitant to go out. What helped for me was put my rain trousers over my jeans so that you're protected from the wind, and also wear heated gloves so that your fingers can stay warm and your fine motor skills remain intact. Also a massive big thank you to Hans, who just now gifted 5 memberships. You really shouldn't have, Hans. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Aurora Skylounge new members. Don't forget to say thank you or dankjewel to Hans, and also be sure to use those custom emojis that now are at your disposal for a month. If you like being a member, consider extending your membership, or maybe gifting someone else a membership. This is GetJet Airlines, flying for Transavia, arriving from Zakynthos. It's an A320. Just look at how beautiful this livery is. It's a Jimbro. It's a Jimbro, and you can see can see that this airplane stays in shape. See that Jin is also back in the chat. Good morning, Jin. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Now, at the moment the sun is hiding behind clouds. Glide slope visibility fairly okay, I have to say. With an Embraer 190 arriving from London City up next, and an Embraer 190 arriving from Darlington flying base at the moment. Embraer 190, 737, narrow bodies rush hour, although there are 777s underway from Guayaquil and also from Lima. All is not lost. This is KLM flight 984 arriving from London City. 41 minutes underway. 15 years old. Still holding my breath, hoping it is going to be Captain Wheelie, but we're constantly getting disappointed here. Now, also something of a disappointment is the lack of sunshine. Quite a few clouds over here. Cannot see any airplanes that are arriving from Frankfurt flying overhead. Unless they really fly overhead. Here we still have a little patch of blue. Most of the sky now east, south. The west still looks good. If you go to the beach, you'll probably be in the sunshine. Now the clouds luckily provide a nice backdrop against which we can see the airplanes quite well today. Man Australia says you're getting more viewers than most Aussie plane streams, boy. Nice. Is that so? Right, Embraer time it is, as Lucas has already been saying. Oh, see that Aphrodite needs to go. It was a pleasure to have you back in the chat. Good to have you back. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. And enjoy the rest of your day. This Embraer 190 is returning to Amsterdam from Teesside or Darlington. It is, as expected, a Cityhopper Eastern Airways. Cityhopper, a term coined by our regular viewer Frank. And funny thing is that the pilots themselves also have taken a liking to the name and are referring to themselves as Cityhopper crew as well. So the name stuck. Another airplane turning in is a 737. Breaking the spell of back-to-back Embraers. Arriving from London Heathrow, KLM flight 1004. We'll see that land in a moment. First, let's have a look at this Cityhopper. Flying for KLM S9, flight 964. Arriving from Teesside or Darlington, 46 minutes underway. Still have to look that up on a map. Teesside, where is it? 46 minutes, so a bit further land inward than the east coast is. That much I can gather, but truth be told, I don't know where exactly it is. Nice little wheelie and a little wave. Not sure if the wave was for me. I did wave back just now, but the pilot didn't reciprocate, so I'm thinking it might have been for viewers that were further to the north. This is the group of birds that the bird controller chased away earlier with that flare right next to us. But you can see how effective it is. They're back. They don't give a shit. Screw you, bird controller. We have a saying in Dutch that sounds: als de kat van huis is, dansen de muizen op tafel. Which literally translated to English is: when the cat leaves the home, the mice dance on the table. That is exactly what these birds are doing. Right. Meanwhile, KEF says it's the northeast coast near Newcastle. Cheers, mate. I will have another look on the map later just to see where exactly it is. This is a 737 arriving from London Heathrow, doing a little wheelie. Now, we have seen wheelies like these before, but you never see record long wheelies like they do on the Embraer 190, now do you? It's as if this airplane is incapable of doing extensive wheelies. Not sure if that's the case, probably not. There's probably another reason for it. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Well, there you go. Almost exactly the same. And Jane says in Russia it's... yeah. Cut is domi or something. Yeah, no, I cannot read that. I am hearing something pass overhead. I'm unable to see the airplane. I do have a nice little edge around the cloud right here. I think it looks more dramatic in real life than it does on camera, but it does look nice. I keep looking up because I am really under the impression that some overhead traffic is really nearby. Well, let's go back to the manual focus. Right. KLM flight 1830 arriving from Stuttgart, Embraer 190. Kot is domu, Mishi Vipias. Spasiba. Another rare Embraer indeed, Tom. I hope you took a screenshot of it. Rare AF. That was a Condor passing overhead. Lucas says A330 Frankfurt to Boston. I thought it was something on that track, but couldn't see it. More or less. No shit. More or less than more, probably. Did you see the weather forecast for tomorrow evening in the Netherlands? Boy Han asks, and the answer is no, I haven't, but I thought I saw shit weather for Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's probably not going to be very good. Now, Han, don't look. We have swelling coming in. Your favorite airliner, arriving from Barcelona. What is up, Paul? Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Dave also back in the chat. Morning. If you guys joined us just now, you missed a go-around, a bleeping go-around earlier this morning. All caught us by surprise. We didn't expect any go-arounds when the wind and weather is calm like it is today. But Air France flight 1444 went around, arriving from Paris. It was a smooth go-around though, it has to be said. It was a really smooth go-around. Yeah.
Say hello.
Hi.
My mom and I are regular viewers.
Regular viewers. What's your name, mate? I'm Boy. What's your name?
Phil.
Phil.
Philippopoulos.
Philippopoulos.
Yes.
Cool. Welcome.
Thank you. In bicycling here, all
Where?
the way from Leiden.
All the way from Leiden. No shit.
Yeah.
Mate, are you going to ride your bike back, or are you going to take the train?
No,
Because you could take the train.
I could, but I don't want to.
But you're driving. It's a regular bike. It's not even an e-bike or anything.
It's sort of a sports bike, but not all the way.
Yeah. Does it have gears?
Yeah.
Okay. Mate, all the way from Leiden.
Yes, 31 kilometers.
Yeah, I live in Lisse, so you probably passed my hometown on the way. Do you live in the center of Leiden, or
Outskirts.
the outskirts, more towards Schiphol, or towards The Hague?
Schiphol.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you live more on the side of The Hague, you first have to go through the city as well.
No, I live on the Schiphol side.
How long did it take you to get here? You didn't log it on Strava or anything?
No, hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Respect, mate.
I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm just gonna drive somewhere over there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, you're more than welcome to stay over here if you want. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Well, the sun isn't going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself today. Maybe do some push-ups for the upper body as well.
Well, enjoy the stream, everyone.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for joining here, Phil. Feel free to join anytime when you're in the vicinity, mate.
I will.
That's a nice Dutch way that you already locked your bicycle when walking those 5 meters up here. That's a very Dutch thing to do. That might also help indeed. Right, we've got a 777-200 arriving from Guayaquil. Doing a little wheelie here. KLM flight 755, and we have a 777-300 also arriving, flying base, arriving from Lima. Next up is German Airways, Embraer 190 arriving from Bordeaux. Red Wine Express, German Airways flight 1442, 1 hour and 19 minutes on the way. 15-year-old airplane, first flight January 2009. The airplane that you see at its 10 o'clock is Shamrock flight 604, arrival from Dublin, A320. That's in the old livery by the looks of it. KLM flight 744 should be turning in. 777-300 arrival from Lima in Peru. Should enter the field of view from the left. There we go. 3 airplane glide slope shot. Hey, stranger also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Stefan also in the chat. Good to see you again, mate. Epic R, just out of the pool, drying up a bit. Nice. Oh, again, bumping into the tripod. Little butt shot, quick butt shot, and then it is back to the Aer Lingus, arriving from Dublin. Also a big thank you and warm welcome to Benjamin M, who just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the lounge. Hope you like it in the lounge. The custom emojis are now at your disposal. Use them whenever you see fit. Yeah, well, stranger, same here. I wanted to go out and stream on all the days, but it was shit weather. It's Sierra. The name of the airplane, EIDVH. Now let's turn back. 777-300 airtime, arriving from Lima in Peru. Hey. Nice. How are you? It's been a long time. Have you been here? Okay, cool. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya. KLM flight 644. And a young woman passed by just now. Met her earlier. Japanese expat living in Amstelveen. Amstelveen has a big community of Japanese expats, and she regularly visits the runway. It's been a while. It's been a couple of months ago since I last saw her, so it was nice seeing her again. KLM flight 644, doing a little wheelie, arriving from Lima in Peru. BVI. Hey Christian, thanks. Good to see you again. It's good to be out here again as well. Yeah, it's the weather that's the major bottleneck these days. It's supposed to be summer. Well, I'm still standing here with my hoodie on, although no gloves necessary, and also no hoodie over my cap. Let's see, we have two airplanes on the glide slope. 737-700 arriving from Milan up first, and an A330 arriving from Bonaire in the background. Both KLM. Indeed, Christian, it's still autumn since September 2023. I found a graph earlier in the week. I made a screenshot of it. It's the amount of rain that has fallen from October until now, and the year 23, the season 23-24 versus the last 100 years or so, and it's an outlier year with twice the amount of rain, and the graph it runs twice as steep throughout those 10 months or whatever it is, throughout the entire period. Such an outlier year in terms of precipitation. was also on the news earlier in the week that still here and there fields and grasslands that normally don't get wet even during the winter are now standing with water. So really, it's really been an outlier year. Hopefully just a one-off occurrence in the years to come. Otherwise we might have to rebrand AMS Live to LAX Live or something. Take the show on the road to more drier and sunnier places. Otherwise the channel is doomed. Right, KLM flight 1614 arrived from Milan without Wi-Fi. 737-700. Now this time for the big birds. Coming in first, KLM flight 767 arriving from Bonaire, A330-300. Coming in next, A330neo, Delta Airlines flight 144 arriving from Seattle, Washington. Banana Chinese Dreamliner at 25k coming from south overhead. I think I hear something hum. Although this is what it looks like directly overhead right now. Let me see if I can spot something in between the clouds. But don't get your hopes up too high. Still looking, not seeing anything. Right, let's first focus on KLM flight 767, having returned from Bonaire. A330-300. Yo, what is up, Wolfgang? Good to see you again, mate. We had a missed approach, a go around earlier in the morning. Air France flight 1444. I will make a separate video of it. Smoothest go around I've ever seen. For no apparent reason as well. Bookie Meow also in the chat, good to see you. Hope all is well, welcome back. Right, will we make it? 11 still needed to reach 20k subscribers. In the bottom left you can see the number of subscribers. If you unsubscribe, you'll see it go down one. If you subscribe when you haven't already, you'll see it go up one. Live feedback, 11 to go. I didn't think we were going to get so close, but now I'm thinking, was I wrong in saying we're not going to make it today? Anyway, we have an A330neo coming in right now, Delta Airlines flight 144, arriving from Seattle, Washington. Now, speaking of the northwest of the United States, where's Jerry? I haven't seen him. Hope he's well. Now, will this get loud? It is a nice smooth landing. Yeah, they're doing wheelies all day. It's as if corporate has instructed the pilots, you're not going to do any reverser action, you're just going to do wheelies today. Now, holy shit, Holland Wings. What the fudge? Gifting 10 memberships just now. Man, thank you so much for that. 10 new members courtesy of Holland Wings. Thank you so much. That was a very generous act of you. If you are one of the recipients, don't forget to say thank you. Welcome to the Aurora Skylines, those new members. Be sure to use the custom emojis that are now at your disposal. See you later, mate. What? Yeah, Icelandair 757 is expected. In fact, I think it was expected in 5 minutes or so from now.
Okay.
In the 100 years independence livery.
Waiting.
Good choice, Phil, good choice. Well, in the meantime, E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Bergen. KLM flight 1104. No, not 1104. There's a little stripe from the split screen right where the flight number is indicated. 1164, flight 1164. Now, in 25 or so minutes from now, the Emirates A380 was also expected. Is it near the border yet? And if so, what runway has it been assigned to? Very curious if we might get to see it. Wouldn't that be something? Now, also a massive big thank you, big up to Dave Smith, who just now also gifted 10 more memberships, 20 members just now, and that's all thanks to you, Dave and Holland Wings. Thank you so much. If you are one of the recipients, don't forget to say thank you for your gift of membership. Spam us to death in the chat with the custom emojis now at your disposal. Don't forget to say thanks to Dave and to Holland Wings for your gifted membership. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Thank you both so much, Holland Wings and Dave. Really, above and beyond. Now, there's a lot to see in the sky. A lot. Embraer 190 in the foreground, to be precise. Arriving from Warsaw, flight 263. And we have a Transavia A321 Neo behind it. The trash arriving from Barcelona. And the 757... Are you looking on Flight Radar? It is now number 4, flying base. With the Norwegian lipstick before it. Yeah, and we see it already. Turning in the background. Glide slope formation. Hey, Wolfgang is spotting himself in Munich. Nice. Hope you are having good weather, mate. Check it out. What a polished landing. Catherine also back in the chat. Good to see you, Catherine. Hope all is well. Now, the trash coming in. Who put out the trash? Well, doesn't matter, it's coming back already. The FRA-AUS flight 5132. Flight Barcelona-Amsterdam, Transavia A321 Neo. 1 hour and 44 minutes on the way, and this is the PHYHA. Third letter, the last letter of the registration, starts with an A. Beginning of the alphabet, which means this is one of Transavia's own A321 Neos. A380 and an A340-600 back-to-back, sun is shining perfect. Nice, Wolfgang. I trust you'll send me some pictures once you're back home. Another airplane in the background turning in. That would be a 737-900 arriving from Rome, KLM. Nice. Hadi Greet, goeiedag. Welcome one and all. Arjan, goedemiddag. Alrighty, 2 airplanes visible, a third one in the bottom. First one is Norwegian, the second one is a pencil that is in a special livery. Now there's also a grumpy face on the Norwegian that is coming in, Jorn Utzon. No idea who he is or was, but he's coming. Norwegian flight 1256, 737-800, arriving from Oslo, 1 hour and 26 minutes on the way. 12-year-old airplane, and Jorn Utzon on the tail. Let's have a look. How grumpy does Jorn look? Oh dear, that's a smile. That's a cheeky smile. That's a smile of somebody who knows something but isn't saying what he knows. Cheeky bastard. Hey, we've made it! 20k, thank you all so much! Holy shizzle! Only just. Hopefully we'll not fall under it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. Now you get the people who are trying to unsubscribe to get it under the 20k again. The battle is on. We need more buffer. We need more buffer. Now, look at this. It's a pencil. Boeing 757-300. It is in the special livery. It is Icelandair flight 500, 100 years independence livery. 2 hours and 41 minutes on the way, 24 years old. First flight February 2000. Let's look and listen. And listen particularly. Old school engine sounds. Spool them up. Or don't. When those reversers spool up, they get gnarly. Still a beautiful machine. Look at that. Now Jörg, what the fudge? Another 10 gifted memberships, and this time courtesy of Jörg or JD, who already gifted memberships earlier in the stream. Jörg, thank you so much. You know you shouldn't have to. You really shouldn't have. But thank you so much nonetheless. Don't forget to say thank you or dankeschön to not Wolfgang, but Jörg. If you are one of the recipients of the gifted memberships just now. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge new members. Custom emojis are now at your disposal for a month. Use them whenever you see fit. A lot of opportunities to use them these days. And a buttery smooth landing here. And yet, as we've seen before so often with the 737, not a very lengthy wheelie, but still a nice one. Also a massive big thank you to Lee for your super chat, mate. Congratulations on 20k subscribers, boy. Thank you so much, Lee, and thank you all so much for the 20k subscribers. It's just a number, it doesn't mean a thing, except it's a nice round number, and thank you all so much for that. Hope you guys are still enjoying the content. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking. There is, particularly for members, in the members only section of the community page, there is a suggestion board. I made it at some point in the beginning. Still empty. But if you have suggestions, do let me know. Now, also, Wolfgang, a massive big thank you. 10 gifted memberships just now. Wolfgang, thank you so much. You really shouldn't have. You're doing more than enough as a moderator already. If you are one of the recipients of the memberships gifted by Wolfgang just now, don't forget to say Dankeschön or thank you to Wolfgang, aka Asterwolf. Make sure you guys spam the chat full with all those custom emojis. They're there for a reason. Spamming is not allowed, but spamming with custom emojis is. Maria, thanks for the update. A380 going to 27 as expected indeed. At least we know where we need to look. It is expected in, what is it, 15 minutes or so from now? Also QJ, thank you for your continued support, 8 months of membership. Next goal, 25k. Absolutely. We'll get there eventually. Won't be too long, I suspect. In the meantime, Top Air Portugal. These pilots are not called pilots, but tap dancers. Tap Air Portugal, arriving from Lisbon. A320, flight 668. 999 nautical miles, the journey. The airplane age 18 years, first flight May 2006. And the next airplane to arrive over here is SAS A320neo arriving from Oslo. Also a big thank you to Halil, who celebrates 4 months of membership and says 20k, congrats boy. Thank you so much Halil, thank you so much for your congratulations and for your continued support as a member. I hope you still like it in the lounge. That goes for all members. Again, do let me know if something isn't to your liking and let me see what I can do to fix it then. Rodney, thank you so much for your kind words, mate. Now, SAS A320neo up next, arriving from Oslo, flight 823. BeaceJet flying overhead. Those engines always sound a little bit different than the standard commercial aviation airplane engines do. Undoubtedly it's going to land on runway 27 or runway 22. Looks like it is opening up a little bit to the north. That is probably clean sea air that is blowing land inward then. Looking to the east, it is still cloudy AF. Looking to the south, no different. It's really when you look to the west, and particularly to the northwest, when you look towards the sea, that you can see that the sky is opening up. Now luckily the wind is blowing from west to east, southwest to northeast to be more precise, so that clean air apparently now also north of us. Hey Remco, thank you so much for your kind words. Gefeliciteerd met de 20k. Congratulations with the 20k in Dutch. Thank you so much for your kind words and for your continued support, Remco. Remke, I was about to say Remke. Remco Shaki. Cheers, mate. Now, let's see. Embraer 190, arrival for Prague. KLM flight 1334. 54. Oh, was there another super sticker? I think I didn't miss the super sticker unless there were two. But very good to keep me sharp, Paul. I think I didn't. I saw it, didn't I? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Even if I did see it already before, still a big thank you also to Lee for your super sticker. Congratulations for the 20k. Thank you so much, mate. Now, let's see. Traffic 227 not yet in progress. This is an A321neo Air Transat. Right, the A380 just crossed the Dutch border, Patrick says. I'm also checking, not seeing any traffic going to 27 just yet, although the Transavia arriving from SMI might, Samos. I think that might be the first airplane to runway 27. Cool. Means we can focus on what is coming here first. This is Sky Express A320neo arriving from Rhodes, flight 1500, 1500, 3 hours and 32 minutes underway. So Rhodes, 3.5 hours. Istanbul and Athens, 3 hours. And Tel Aviv, I believe, 4.5 or something. Also hearing traffic overhead. Looking up but unable to see anything. Doesn't sound too far away. Well, Paul, thanks regardless. I much rather highlight a message twice than forget it altogether. So thanks for keeping me sharp. Always appreciated. Now, let's see, Sky Express up next. Just like ignorance, Greece is bliss. Departures still take place from 1-8 left. Let's see. Got an Embraer 175 arriving from Frankfurt, got an Embraer 175 arriving from Hamburg, and the A350 from Corendon. Number 3, approaching the glide slope. A350 arriving from Curacao, and behind it is going to be an A330-200 from Turkish arriving from Istanbul. Holland Wings has to go. Thanks for joining Holland Wings. Hope to see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Now the A380 is approaching. It is flying over the center of the Netherlands right now. And it does look like the Transavia arriving from Samos will be the first airplane to land on runway 27. It came close, the A380, to arriving before 1 o'clock, but in the end it was still too late. And then it will be assigned to the most eastward runway of the two that are open from 1 till 2. For now, sadly, still runway 27. I hope pretty soon they'll have calibrated the ILS for runway center, which means that from then on the A380 under the same wind conditions as today will land on the center runway, and at least it will be visible way better than it will be today for us. Berend, goedemiddag, good to see you again. Hope all is well. Turkish A330 approaching from the right in the background. 2 consecutive heavies. And the monitor just went from 80 to 60%. It goes in 20% increments. The battery indicator, big ass battery, seems to be the right move. Seems to have been the right move. Seems to be what I needed. Just bought batteries that were too small in the first instance. Right, in the meantime, the A380 is approaching, is nearly over Almere. So, a couple more minutes before we'll see it. I hope we can see... Well, the A350 will manage. Hope we'll also be able to catch the landing of the A330. Meanwhile, Gary Grebe, that mother ducker, finally here. He made it. Causing some wake turbulence, causing some waves, some ripples. Big name in the game, he's making waves. Meanwhile, here we have Corendon, flight 598, arriving from Willemstad, Curaçao, A350-900, 8 hours 47 minutes on the way, 2-year-old airplane, first flight April 2022. Gary now swimming right in front of me, still above water level, above the water line. Gary is in a hurry. Well, looks like the meth cooks are still there. Jesse and Walt. Meanwhile, looking to my right, the A380, not yet in the immediate vicinity. So we can do this landing and then switch to the A380 that is going to land on runway 27. This is Turkish Airlines flight 1957, A330-200, 2 hours and 55 minutes on the way. The TC JIT, hopefully its landing won't be jittery. 15-year-old airplane, first flight December 2008. Let's look and listen. None of the A330s today have delivered. Meanwhile, there's the big mofo, the beast from the east, the A380 flight 147, arriving from Dubai. The daily flight, number 10 on flight radar, number 9 on flight radar, tracked by 382 people. 6 hours 19 minutes on the way. Must have had a tailwind. That Turkish A330 landing just now, also a couple of minutes ahead of schedule. Normally it would have taken around 3 hours. This airplane usually flies 6.5 hours. It takes 6.5 hours to get to where it is right now. Now 10 minutes earlier, so I'm thinking just a little bit of tailwind. Evelyn has to go do school stuff. Last week probably, or last 2 weeks. Now, let's quickly pan back. Have a look at TUI, the TUI Dreamliner that is landing. Flight 375, arriving from Punta Cana. Pearl has landed. Now this A380 looks like it is in the standard livery. The old standard livery, although it is hard to discern if it has ribbons or not in the tail. The picture doesn't seem to indicate ribbons. It's now the number 6 on flight radar, 416 people following it. You'd think it's really warm out here looking at the heat wave distortion that you see, but that's, well, it's not far from it, but it's definitely not as warm as it looks like it is right now. There we go, the beast from the east, landing on runway 27. At least that's what we assume. Not climbing out again like a phoenix rising from the ashes, so I'm assuming it has landed properly. Now, in the meantime, I see nothing but small jet. Oh no! I'm going to stick around. There's one more airplane that I would like to see, and it is coming this way. Plus Ultra, Frankfurt Suriname. I think that was going to be the last airplane for me for today. The rest is all narrow bodies. A Plus Ultra is coming. Meanwhile, the clouds over here, a bit more dense, look a bit darker. Nothing threatening, any rain still far away from us. Right, I'm going to stick around until the Plus Ultra A330 flying for Suriname has landed. That will be the last airplane for me for today. Is there an Amsterdam sign you can see from the Polderbaan airport builder says? If you mean just something that you can recognize as being situated in Amsterdam, then the answer is yes. You can see the peak of the Rembrandt Toren, the Rembrandt Tower, near Amstel Station. I use it as a reference to see where the glide slope for runway 27 is, since it is just south of it. Air France. Hey, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est le baby bus. C'est le baby bus. We saw it take off and now we see it land again. Le petit baby bus d'Air France est arrivé de Paris en Amsterdam. And if you look in the distance, here you have the Rembrandt Tower. So that's Amstel Station, and just south is where the glide slope is for runway 27. So over here is where airplanes should become visible, normally speaking. Right, JD has to go. Thank you so much for joining, Jörg. See you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Me, I'm going to stick around for a couple more minutes until the Plus Ultra has landed. Right in front of it I see a 777-300 arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Mart asks, what are those white bumps on the fuselage of those airplanes that you see? They're for communication. I believe they're Wi-Fi humps for Wi-Fi, but there are undoubtedly more knowledgeable people who can be more specific about it. And I believe it is for Wi-Fi on board. Right. Ryanair up next. The Delta A330s have been disappointing in the audio department today. Ryanair, will it redeem? Will it make good for it? Meantime, the Cormorant was passing by overhead. Jendrosek says that they're for demo mode, those buttons. Great. Yeah. Well, let's listen. Fingers crossed. Nope. Ryanair 2 forsaking us. Satellite up and down links, including Wi-Fi, Hans says. There you go. Hey Stacy, good afternoon or evening for you. And thank you so much for your kind words, for your congratulations. If you just joined us, Stacy, you missed an interesting go around. I'll make a separate video of it later today. Air France A321 went around for no apparent reason. It's not like it is windy or anything. It looked actually pretty smooth initially, but they went around regardless. Sticking around for a few more minutes until the Plus Ultra A330 has landed, flying for Suriname. It is on its way, expected here in 10-15 minutes or so from now. In the meantime, we have an A320 EasyJet arriving from Manchester up first, KLM 737-800 arriving from Edinburgh behind it, and I think we should see approach from the left in a few moments a KLM Embraer 175 arriving from Stavanger, probably lower than the number 2, though it's always hard to estimate where it's going to appear. Hey Hank, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Glad to hear you enjoyed the stream. I hope to see you in the next one. Ooh, maybe coming to the Polderbaan on Saturday, eh? Looking forward to that, Jörg. I haven't looked too far ahead in terms of the weather yet. I do believe it was supposed to get better after Tuesday and Wednesday. Right, in the meantime, that Embraer 175 has appeared. Now the next airplane to appear from the left, somewhere in the background, should be the 777-300 arriving from Atlanta, KLM Flight 622. Flight radar says it's turning in. Ah yeah, far left, now you can see it, only just. And behind it will be the Plus Ultra A330 flying for Suriname. Man, Suriname, they've gone through a lot of providers for their flight between Suriname and Amsterdam lately, haven't they? Would be nice if they would return with an A340 again. They did recently for a one-off, and I wasn't around to film it, sadly. Now it's going to be an A330, but at least that's something. Hopefully it's going to be loud. Probably is a wet lease, so they'll have pilots included. That would be nice. Hey, thank you so much, the Eagle. We did hit it after all. And we have a little buffer to boot. Next stop, 25k. Yay. I'll also make a separate video of it, Stacy, the go around. I think it warrants a dedicated video. Hey, Gary has a little fish. Where are you? Mother ducker. You already had a fish. Are you going to release it? What are you doing, mate? Were you afraid I was going to steal it from you? He's swimming just below the surface. You can see the wave. Is that the whole wave, or what's the proper term for it? Yeah, well, anyway. He had a little fishy. Are you trying to, is he trying to keep the sushi alive, to keep it as fresh as possible? Dive under so that the fish just doesn't die. Well, there you go, nature's cruel. As if we didn't know that already. Mother ducker. Think so too, Roadhog. Wants to keep it fresh. So fresh, fresh. Oh man, it's such a pity that you get demonetized whenever you use songs. So fresh. Anyway, last two airplanes on the glide slope right now. The penultimate plane in the foreground is KLM Flat 622 A330. No, that's that's the number 2. This is a 777-300ER arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Flight time 7 hours 19 minutes. PH BVR, 8 years old, first flight May 2016. Last airplane of the day, Plus Ultra, flying for Suriname, Suriname Airways Flight 994, A330-200. Will it get loud? Last chance. Delta has disappointed us. The entire fleet, everything. They did a few wheelies, but none were as long as the one of the 777 from KLM. Plus Ultra. Arriving from Paramaribo, 8 hours 52 minutes on the way. It's the EC Null. NUL. 18 years old, first flight April 2006. Will it get loud then? Last chance. Last chance to look at me, Hector. Oh wait, that's from that's something different altogether. Bring on the ruckus indeed, Jindrosek. Fingers crossed. Say a little prayer. Go around is also fine. For crying out loud, get loud. Just a little bit, just a teeny tiny little bit. At first I didn't think it was going to apply reverses at all, but it did finally. Well, on that not so terrible disappointment, it is time to end now. I am going to wrap it up, folks. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I had a wonderful time and I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed the show but you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like. It really helps to spread this content to new fans of the channel who just don't know the channel yet. Also, subscribe if you haven't already to stay updated of when I'm going live again in the nearby future. Looking for Thursday as a next potential date to stream. Hopefully the weather will allow me to. If not, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Monday. For now, I'm going to say a big thank you to everybody for your support. The 20k subscribers, all thanks to you. Thank you so much for the super chats, the super stickers, the gifted memberships, becoming a member yourself, the merch store purchases, and all the other forms of support. Moderators, a big thank you for keeping the chat friendly and accessible for all new viewers and old viewers alike. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye for now.